And a very, very good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time of day it is for you. Welcome along. And I've got to say, I at one point didn't know how long it was going to be before I was sitting in front of this microphone again. How are you all doing here on this? Well, it's Monday morning for me here in the United Kingdom. It's probably still Sunday evening for most of you. I hope you've had a fantastic weekend. I hope this is a lovely way to round off your weekend. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, I have been going through the motions with the health struggles again. I was in surgery 2 weeks ago today. So 2 weeks ago today, I was in hospital, had my surgery, have got the all clear, which is the main thing, and now I'm on the road to recovery. So I'll be slowly bringing back these streams over the next month or so, hoping to build back up the strength. But I've got to say, I have not played a challenge run since April, so I have no idea how this is going to go. Welcome into Chad Northern and Tech Hunter. Thank you for joining me here on this Monday morning, Sunday evening, whatever time of day it is for you. And welcome in Shadow as well. I have the... I've dusted off the challenge run overlay. We know the business by now, don't we? We're starting with a little bear this time, Berry with Scratch and Leah, 13 in attack, 10 in everything else, and 21 HP. Now, I'm not expecting a record-breaking time by any means, because I've not done this in almost 3 months. That's when my health really started to tumble again. But let's see how we get on, shall we? Time is on the way. Can only get better from this one, surely. So as always, we'll take on our first ever Pokemon. It is a level 2 Pidgey. It's going to be a couple of shots to knock it out. Nothing too spectacular there. And what's everyone been up to? That's the main question. I did a little test stream back on Twitch last week. That went very well. I was showing off the ROM hack I've been making, which has been keeping me sane the last 3 months or so. I've really put a lot of time and effort into it because I've not had the energy to go live, and I've not had the energy to do voiceover, so I've been doing short, sharp bursts of ROM hacking. I've learned an awful lot about assembly code in the last 3 months, let me tell you. And that ROM hack is almost ready for version 3. Well, that's a lie. Version 3 is well in development. I'm sure we'll get to talk about that in future streams. For now, though, we're focusing on the challenge run. We're going to see just how well we get on. I do have a slightly different microphone set up to normal as well, so hopefully I'm still just as clear, if not a little bit clearer. Happy birthday, 31 Tech Hunter! I hope you had a wonderful barbecue, and I hope the weather's been an awful lot better where you have been than it is here in the United Kingdom. And welcome in, Peach. I hope you're having a fantastic evening. We have grown to level 6. Welcome in, D1. I hope you're doing well. You've been somebody who's been vaguely in the loop of what's been going on, but thank you so much for the warm welcome back. And I really hope that your wedding plans, I'm not sure if your wedding has been, but if it hasn't been, I hope everything is going very smoothly for you. Let's now take on the first rival battle. And recovery is going as well as it can, I should say. Not the best, not the worst, somewhere in the middle. Pretty much like me. Thank you, Chad, for the speedy recovery. I will say it was pretty invasive where it was. So certain things that I took for granted before, I cannot take for granted at the moment, but I'm sure it'll all recover well. We'll call the rival triple question mark. We'll have a little chat with Professor Elm, and we'll start making our way towards Violet City, where our first gym leader awaits. Now we have the hidden power type of rock, I beg your pardon, today. That is mostly for those pesky flying types. I'm thinking mainly Charizard. It's going to be 4 times super effective. We should have something for every other Pokemon in the run, so we can really, really hone in on the Pokemon that could cause us to have some problems. Now, please do excuse me if I stumble over my words. I'm on still very strong painkillers. And welcome in the Black Scats pack. Thank you very much for your warm welcome back. And this was a bit of an impromptu stream. I was talking to the lovely Snowy a couple of hours ago, and they inspired me to go live once more. They'll be live again very, very soon, doing something very interesting, no doubt. I've had a little sneak peek at some of their projects, and they are very, very fun. In the meantime, though, we will accidentally get a Ladybug. We'll take the experience from it either way. And in the ROM hack I've been coding, you can press B to run. So I wonder just how many times I'm going to accidentally fight a wild Pokemon when I'm trying to press B to run. But we shall beat up youngster Mikey and get lick from there, and we shall move onwards and upwards once more. So yes, I hope that the microphone is sounding as good as it possibly can. It's now on an arm and not balanced precariously on my desk. It's taking some getting used to. I have to kind of shift my eyes between chat and my game screen now, because it's slap bang in the middle of it. And we shall have to see as well just how well little Teddy Ursa does. Of course, we're going to be evolving into an Ursa Ring at some point in the near future. I think it's level 30 for Ursa Ring. I should know. I've run this Pokemon enough times. And thank you for letting me know that the audio is fine. I had to do a little bit of rebalancing before coming on air, but hopefully I got the mix just about right. Bugcatcher weight is down. We shall grab the Pokeball. I am hoping to go live far more regularly again. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to burn myself out or make myself too exhausted. Thank you for confirming that it evolves at level 30. So I'm going to be taking it nice and easy. We're going to do some prereqs again, but they're going to be just the battles editing style, so they're going to be a lot shorter videos, just so that I can pace myself a little bit easier. So I tell you what, I have had zero energy the last 3 months. I even bought myself a laptop so I could try streaming from bed, but that didn't work. Though that laptop has been a very, very nice addition to the repertoire. I've been doing a lot of coding in bed and chilling lurking. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. That is far too kind of you. That really is so kind. Thank you so much. I hope you've had a wonderful spring and start of your summer if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. Autumn and start of your winter, of course, if you're in the Southern Hemisphere. And if you're near the equator, I just hope you've had a wonderful season. Let's be honest here. But thank you so much for the $10 super chat. That is very kind and very much appreciated. I don't normally like talking about my income, but obviously I'm self-employed. I do this for a living, and not being able to do this, that extra $10 super chat, it means the absolute world, especially at the moment. But please, everybody, do not spend money if you don't want to. Please never feel guilted into super chatting or anything. I realised how that could have been construed. Right, we're at the tippy top of the Sprout Tower. We are not going to take the quick Sprout Tower. We're going to do it nice and easy. We're going to do simple routing today. I think for at least this first run. I'm not sure what we're doing after the Teddy Ursa run. I do have my medication that I need to take in around about 4 or 5 hours time, but until then, the night is ours, ostensibly, so no matter what time of day it is for you, we still have plenty of time left together today. We'll grab the escape rope, we shall use that to get out, and we shall take a little safety heal. Again, not expecting miracles from this run, we're just going to try our absolute best. The one thing that did bug me about not being able to go live was my birthday stream. I had a load of fun planned, but I was just not well. The lovely Kim came over for my birthday, and I managed one trip out in 7 days, and the rest of the time I was knackered. I practically fainted in the local shopping mall. Oh, that was not a fun experience, but I hope everyone else has had a fantastic time. We are already on to Falconer. I've not been paying attention. I didn't add a berry. I don't think we're going to need it. 2 shots to knock out the Pidgeotto, and we have Falconer in 7 minutes and 11 seconds. Well, 7 minutes and 9. I do just want to pause the timer very quickly and change the layout so that we get rid of those redo times, because we aren't on a redo right now. There we go. So no comparisons. Level 13 is putting us in good stead for the Bugsy fight later on. We'll get a few more levels before we get there. We'll grab the egg, and then we'll instantly put that egg in the box where it will stay forever and a day. If I can get my buttons pressed correctly. There we go. Egg in the box. Don't need the Miracle Seed, however we will get the Paralyzed Cure Berry. Very handy to have for later on. And now I must remember to get the punches when I'm in Goldenrod. That's part of the reason why I've done early Sprout Tower. I want to make sure that I get all of those punches. We'll take on Picnic Liz. She doesn't really have anything too bad to harm us, I don't think. Yeah, just tackle. A smidge of damage, but gets us up to level 14. We'll grab this Repel so that we can move quicker in the Dark Cave. And we can learn Swift, however, I'm not... You know what, we'll get it. We'll also get another Rattata. Rattata, of course, being my favourite Pokemon, so I can't be too grumpy at it showing up. We'll take on Mr. Goldeen Man. And then I'm sure we'll take on a couple more trainers. We'll absolutely take on a youngster Gordon. Oh, God, I forgot this thing has confusion moves. Let's very quickly use one of these potions. Safety heal already, goodness me. Now, we do need to grab the Great Ball up north as well. We'll get that for the Abra. And once again, we seem to be on a high encounter seed at the moment. Grab that Great Ball. And another encounter. Fortunately, it's a Hoppip. An absolutely harmless Hoppip, getting us nearly at level 15. Great Ball acquired, goodness gracious. And we'll have a little chat with Nurse Joy there. Might as well take on Birdkeeper Peter. He's relatively easy. And we get good attack stat experience from the Spearow. Fury Swipes, absolutely useless. We won't be using that at all in this run. However, we will be using Swift. We're going to wait just a hot second in order to stick our repel on because we are going to go down into the bottom floor of the Union Cave. And we'll get some Zubat en route. Don't you just love Zubat? Could catch Sandshrew, but I'm not going to. We'll stick the repel on now because I'm a little bit sick of these encounters. We'll get some encounters at the top and the tail. That spinner there was playing ball for once, and talking of playing ball, we'll get the Great Ball. And we'll now take on this Fire Breather. Fire Breather Bill with his pair of coughing, one shot apiece because we have fantastic attack. 80 in attack for us for an initial base stage Pokemon, goodness me, is absolutely ridiculous. Didn't get caught by that spinner, but we did get caught by another Geofella, so we'll run away from that. We'll take on the second Fire Breather. This is Fire Breather Ray. He'll hopefully be a ray of light in this run. One shot knocks out, almost level 16 as we exit the Union Cave. Do have to watch out for Hiker Anthony. We watched out for Hiker Anthony and he didn't get us. We'll grab ourselves the full heal from the top of the Slowpoke well. And let us grab 5 repels. No, let's get a couple more. Just in case, and a couple of super potions. We'll do a safety heal here in the Azalea Town gym. The Azalea Town Pokemon Center. Forgot the town I was in then. And we will pause the timer for the HM Friends. Of course, we pause the timer for the HM Friends so that we can eliminate the elements of RNG. We're looking for a Psyduck and a Paraseer. And hopefully they will appear very, very soon. Although, actually, my clock change has not worked. I love the Teddiursa line. Absolutely one of my favourite lines. What we are going to have to do here is we're going to have to manually reset the clock. So to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to save the game. We're then going to close the game. I'm going to delete the clock file. And then we're going to rerun. This will then give us the option to set the time. We shall set it to 3. You know what? We've got options. Let's set it at 3:50, shall we? Then we'll get ourselves back in the forest. And with any luck, there we go. Game screen back on. So now we are looking for a Psyduck and a Paras. My favourite bear line is absolutely the Ursaring line, although Shuffle and Beware become a very close second. Shuffle and Beware are absolutely adorable, aren't they? But yes, Teddiursa and Ursaring will always be top spot for me. Ever since that anime episode, with the little mischievous Teddiursa, it was so cute. And Ursaring is such a good Pokemon. The only thing that lets it down is its speed. If it had a little bit more base speed, then it would be fantastic. But I will throw that out to everyone in chat. What's your favourite bear line as we get ourselves a Psyduck? We're looking for a Paras as well here in the forest. It's a 5% chance at any time of day. And hopefully it will show up very, very soon. We might have to double duck at some point. That's a new routing that Snowy and I are currently planning. And if we hear a thud at any moment, then that will be my cat coming back in through the window. Cubchoo, I like Cubchoo. I like all ice types for the most part, though. Ice is a very underrated type in Pokemon. Just want to double check that. No, that wasn't shiny. Thought I saw a little bit of blue on my screen. We don't want to have what happened with that Weedle happen again. And never apologise for being late, especially on this stream. It was very, very last minute. I didn't know how many people would show up, if anybody at all, so I am grateful for everybody who is here in the chat. And I'm also grateful for everybody who's lurking. Maybe you're having a restful night. Maybe you're doing something very, very fun. Whatever it is you're doing, I hope you're having a great time. Now, we are still looking for this bloody Paris. I can assure you it's 5% here in the forest. It's just not wanting to show its face. Multiple ducks in this time. You're a little bit quackers with this amount of ducks. Elden Ring DLC, a very, very good DLC from what I've heard. Here is our Paris. I've never played Elden Ring. Seth Kearney, bloody hell. Thank you so much for the $50 super chat. Jesus Christ, thank you so much. That is... I'm lost for words. I am so glad the timer is paused. But that is so goddamn kind of you. Thank you so much, Seth. And while we've got the time paused, while we've caught the Paris, in case you weren't in at the beginning of stream, a little overview for the last 3 months. I found a lump on my, I don't know where to describe it because it's quite a sensitive area. I found a lump in a sensitive area that needed to be seen ASAP, and the last 3 months have been going through the motions trying to figure out what on earth caused the lump. A, is it dangerous? B, do we need to get rid of it straight away? C, if it is getting rid of straight away, do we then need to check me for other areas and other lumps? As it turns out, completely benign, had it removed, and now I'm in recovery, ostensibly. So it's going to be a long, long road to recovery. I'm still in quite significant amounts of pain. I did take some painkillers before going live today. So once again, apologies if I stumble over my words. But with Paris all caught, we shall unpause the timer, and we shall make our way into the Slowpoke well. Now we have a Rattata, my favourite Pokemon, but we will have to knock it out in one. And next time we menu, we will teach Swift over, probably Fury Swipes. We'll teach Mud Slap as well, so we've got something to hit the Rival's Ghost type, but we'll wait until after Bugsy for that. We might not need it. Wrap was probably the worst move she could have used there. It does give us a little bit of extra attacks. We'll grab the extra Super Potion, and we shall carry onwards and upwards. Still no resets here in this first run of the day. And nice that we one-shot the Zubat. That was one of my scary Pokemon. We one-shot the other Zubat as well, so the critical hit did not matter, and we're going to go straight in to the next battle. It's against Coughing. Smog misses. Tackle hits for 5. And welcome in, Louis Cypher. Thank you so much for your very kind words. That is incredibly kind, and I hope you're having a lovely walk. I hope that it is a dry walk for you. Let's now move on into the second gym. Should have no issues with any of these trainers. The twins go down without a fight, and next we'll take on this bug catcher. This is Bug Catcher Al, and I'll be letting you know that this should be a couple of one-shots. Well, actually, that's a lie. Yes, getting a lump anywhere is absolutely terrible, but a lump in this specific location, obviously I don't want to freak you all out, but a lump in this location, your mind starts to go to, oh goodness me, what if it's the worst case scenario in the worst possible area? Pancham is a very good Pokemon. I have to admit, I forgot about Pancham. Oh no, that's the wrong item. We want to use a full heal there. Urshifu, I very much like as well. I don't really count it in the mix of the other Pokemon though, because it is a legendary. Alright, this Beedrill should be no issue for us whatsoever. Fury attack hits thrice. We knock it out, so we grow to level 18. We beat up Bugcatcher Benny. We take his lunch money. We get ourselves prepped for the Bugsy fight, so let us teach some moves now. Now, we're not going to be at feint attack level, so what we will do is we will get rid of Scratch. We do actually have a Lick. Now, Lick is base 20 power as well as Mud Slap, but it has the chance to paralyze, so we might as well use that. We use Swift against the Metapod as it hardens. Now, we could have a poison against this Kakuna, but instead he goes for harden as well. And that means we are straight onto the Scyther. Scyther will outspeed with quick attack. He goes for Fury Cutter this time, but it is all over. Barring the singing. I'm not going to be singing for you tonight, though. Instead, we're going to be splitting at 1403 for the Hive badge. Take the long way round because I'm used to doing that for video editing purposes. Not even going to bother going in at full health. 56 should be okay for Arrival. Number 2. Now, we mustn't use Swift against this. We must instead use Lick. And he's gone for Hypnosis, but he cannot hit us. The worst that can happen now is that he spites our Lick PP. That's another reason why we didn't have a Mud Slap, because Mud Slap, of course, has much lower PP. We'll one-shot the Zubat, and here comes the Bayleaf. Nice critical hit. That was a mix and match of Arrival to it. Went well in places, but kind of badly in other places. Welcome in, Silversteel. How are you today? We'll stick our repels up at tippy top, and now we have to get our Farfetch'd. This Farfetch'd puzzle is one of the most complex puzzles in all of the Gen 2 code. It makes the Ilex Forest ASM file, the assembly file for the Ilex Forest, incredibly hard to navigate. We'll get ourselves HMO1, and our repel steps wear out just in the perfect place for us to teach Cuts to Paris. We'll also teach Flash to Paris while we're at it. We'll stick on a repel, and then we shall cut the tree down. Now, our next port of call is going to be the Headbutt Man, the green head man staring at a tree. And he is going to give us the TM for one of our best moves in the early parts of this run. Headbutt is a phenomenal early game move, especially when we combine it with a Quick Claw a little bit later on. So we shall get rid of Fury Swipes for now. We'll stick on another repel. We'll grab the pair of Eaters. There's one here. Then there's one just down here as well. We'll spend the extra 2 or 3 seconds getting Sweet Scent. And now it is time to take on Picnicagina. And how is everybody doing? Everyone who's just come into chat right about now, I want to know how you're all doing. Enough about me and my particular struggles. You are the more important people here. Snorlax absolutely is a bear. Welcome in, Paul Anthony. How are you? I hope life is treating you very, very well. I hope you're having a fantastic Monday morning. Snorlax is probably the beariest of all the bears out there, actually. Well, one shot on Specsavers Psyduck, as Snow would say, shows your duck. And now, I do need to remember to go into the Goldenrod Mart straight away. We'll take the Jellyvator up to the 5th floor. I don't think we're quite friendly enough. But what I want to do is get a Fire Punch, and we'll get a Nice Punch as well. We'll exit down the stairs this time, and then we'll carry on making our way through Goldenrod City. Grab the bike. We'll stick the bike on, and there is something I have forgotten to do. We're going to pause the timer, and we're going to grab ourselves the Abra. First encounter Abra, it's almost as if it knew that I was waiting for it. So let's see how we get on catching it. Hopefully it'll be a first ball, but instead it is a second or third ball. Maybe even a fourth, who knows. This is your cue, Abra, to get in the ball. There we go, Abra has been caught. Now we have the bicycle. Oh, it's daytime already. We'll grab ourselves Kenya and complete the band for the first time this season. And now let's take on some trainers here on the Route 35 Gauntlet. Now, one thing that I've been thinking about as I've been making this ROM hack is what is everybody's least favourite route? For me, I'm not a big fan of Route 35, I've got to be honest. I think it's a little bit all over the place. Yes, Kenya is back. I will say there has been planning for routing where we skip Kenya in favour of another bird. But I don't particularly want to do that because I'm very attached to good old Kenya. Now we might as well take on these bumhead fire ducks, although we do get poisoned for our sins there. Faint attack over Lick, might as well, even though we've got trash special. Still an increase in power, we'll use the antidote there. And we'll hopefully not get Juggler Irwind. Oh, the route after Nugget Bridge is absolutely terrible. Oh goodness, a fire watch, that sounds absolutely horrific. Hopefully the fire goes the other way. And at least you do have the RV for you to be able to move things away from the fire, I suppose. But I've heard that a lot of the United States, I'm assuming that's where you are, is in a very, very big heat wave at the moment. Whereas over here in the United Kingdom, we have been stuck under low pressure for the last 18 months or so. Kinesis did not matter there against Psychic Mark. Yes, Victory Road is kind of poor, isn't it? Because it's just a big pile of nothing. Level 22 and... what was that, about 19/20ths? As we exit the Route 35, I do want to teach something. I want to teach Dig and Sweet Scent to Paris. Of course, that's what I want to do. I am going to have to manually think about a lot of this at the moment. You know what, we're going to forgo Sweet Scent for now. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to shift these moves. So we want Flash, Dig, and Cut like that. 104 to 109 Fahrenheit is absolutely ludicrous. Swap you and you. You and you. There we go. That's what we want. Abracania Psyduck Paris. And can you believe it? We're almost ready for gym number 3. This is going to be Whitney's gym. She is, of course, the Miltank trainer. Normal type specialist, but before we get to her, we have to, of course, beat Lascari. For context, here in the United Kingdom, at least in my part of the UK, we have been struggling to break 60 to 70 Fahrenheit most days. It has been cold and wet and miserable. Welcome in, League TV. Thank you very much for your kind words. I wish you nothing but the best as well, and I wish my illness nothing but the worst. Whitney's having a bit of a mare of a time here, although she is in a milk drink loop. She's locked herself into rollout. That's what we wanted to happen. Welcome in, Phoenix Fire. How are you? I am back, albeit on a limited schedule at the moment. But we are going to try our best to get the streams up and running once more. Still very much in the recovery phase. Gonna take care of my wounds. Gonna take care of the injury from surgery, shall we say. I've got to make sure that I pace myself. Welcome in, Royal K-Man. I am doing as well as I can, I think is the best way to put it. Definitely been better, but absolutely been worse. I am glad you're very well, Phoenix Fire. We'll run away from the Pseudo Widow. We'll grab ourselves TMO8, which is, of course, Rock Smash. And we're actually going to teach that to Paris. We'll get rid of Scratch for that, so Paris now has Rock Smash on the learn set. Welcome in, Anderson. Never apologise for unsubscribing for the membership. I never expect anyone to be a member at the best of times, and especially when I'm not well and not able to create content. I would absolutely advise everyone to take off their memberships if I'm not creating content. Oh no, your car's AC is knackered. That's not what we like to hear. But yes, never apologise for removing memberships or stopping the channel membership. I appreciate money is tight for a lot of us, especially when you're not getting anything from that membership. That's one Kimono Girl down, 4 more to go. A critical hit from Pescion is a little bit mean there, but we make it through. We use our last regular potion there. Might as well make the bag space. Stand attack is not great, but headbutt is enough to knock out that Kimono Girl. And up next is this Cookie? I think this is Cookie. Nice critical hit there. Welcome in, GG. I hope you're having a fantastic Sunday evening. And a happy birthday to you as well. I believe you share a birthday with Tech Hunter. But I do remember you saying that the middle of July was your birthday, GG, so I kind of wanted to get back live for the birthdays of a lot of people here on the channel. Now, we do have surf. One thing we're going to do is we're going to go back into the menu now. We're going to teach a fire punch to our little bear. Get rid of Leah for that. We'll stick on another repel. I will always return as long as I am physically able to. And as long as I'm mentally able to at the moment as well. Because, goodness me, you would not have wanted to be around me over the last 3 months or so. I have been an absolute moody so-and-so, shall we say. My birthday was muted, shall we say. Definitely would have liked to do more, but circumstances did not permit. But happy birthday to both Gigi and Tech Hunter. I won't ask your combined ages, but hopefully it's a very nice birthday for the pair of you. Let's go straight into the gym now as we take on this Sage. That's the name, isn't it? Sage Ping. He has Zing. I am tempted. In fact, you know what I'm going to do. Did we do the bill? Yes, we did. Teddiursa is allowed to evolve. Absolutely. I always let my Pokemon evolve here on this channel. Unless we state otherwise. If we state otherwise, then it will be going on a different leaderboard. This one, as it stands, I don't think I'm going to put on a leaderboard unless we get a phenomenal time. This is just a practice de-rust run. Now, what I want to do here is I want to get the Bitterberry from over at Moo Moo Farm. We'll also get the Nuggets at the same time. But as it happens, we have a lot of Pokemon that are weak to the Dark type on here, so we can use that to our advantage here. We'll finish off with a Swift there. I am not really into international football, so I didn't mind that England lost today. Mintberry, that is absolutely correct. Not the Bitterberry. The Bitterberry is east of Violet City. But the Mintberry will come in very, very handy for Morty. It gives us an extra turn where we can be asleep. So now we'll teleport back and we'll finish off gym number 4 already in under half an hour. I wasn't expecting to go quite this quickly with how rusty I am. Let's see if I can remember my movements here in this gym. Now, I know that this trainer is optional, but I do like doing them. Oh dear, let's move Faint Attack up to tippy top spot so that doesn't happen again. Fortunately for us, she only has a pair of Haunter. Yes, I always let the lines evolve. I think it's more natural to the game. I very much don't particularly enjoy starting with fully evolved. I don't particularly enjoy not letting my Pokemon evolve. Rest, no thank you, will not be using Rest here on this run. There is a TM for it a little bit later on if we do decide to run Rest, but I see no reason to do it at the moment. I'm dear to everyone in here because everyone in here is so, so lovely. Now, what is concerning me here is that we are still only level 29. I was hoping to be level 30 for Morty. So we'll give it one go now. Haunter, I barely know her. We'll give it one go now. If not, we'll go and grab that extra level because it should only be one extra trainer. But a single Faint Attack is fine for the first Haunter. No. Absolutely not. We'll take a reset there. And we'll take on this beauty here. I think she's got a Hoppip and a Skip Bloom. Hopefully that'll be enough to get the next level. If not, we shall have to take on the Birdkeeper as well. It's looking like we're taking on Birdkeeper Toby. He's just down here. I think he's got Doduo. Doduo needs to be early on in the next Pokemon game. I think the earliest you could ever find it was in Kalos on route number 5 or 6. Can't quite remember the exact number. But goodness me, we need early Doduo in our lives. It's such a good bird. So now we're fully evolved. We have a tiny, piddly little of extra base speed. But hopefully that will be enough for us to see it through on this gym. If we stop falling into the void, please. Goodness. Jesus Christ, GG, thank you so much for the 20 gifted memberships. If you are not a HM friend and you have the claim button, please do press it. It'll be at the tippy top of your screen. So congratulations to Adrian, to Tech Hunter, to Kayla, to Wing of Dragon God, to Rick Hernandez, to Kamikiku, to Plants Plush, to Samurai X, to Hikari, and to Tez, to Nick Morgan. Let's take a reset there while this happens. And to everybody else, Timothy Del Marto, triggering opinions rather, not triggering options. Brash Malash, Trouble, This Man, Molten Steel, Your Best Friend 9000, EJ Strikes Back, Ducks Cosmic rather, and everybody getting that membership courtesy of the wonderful GG. It's your birthday though, GG, so I should be giving you a gift. Our gift at the moment, though, is that we are through Morty in under half an hour, 28 minutes and 41 seconds. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go live, and I still haven't fixed these alerts. So please do bear with me, if you'll excuse the pun, as we refresh the alerts and we beat up a Pikachu. I will try and do a belated birthday stream at some point, because I had fun plans. I am going to actually just pause the timer very quickly and rehydrate. Hydration is very important, of course. And I don't want my voice going. Alright, let's unpause the timer on Sailor Eugene. We'll headbutt his Polywell into Timbuktu. We shall then bring Faint Attack up to the front just for a second. And Little Bear is not so little now at all. Little Bear is now Big Bear. Isn't there a bear in the Big Blue House? Wasn't that a kid's show? I know that Clifford the Big Red Dog was. We'll get ourselves... Let's get 13 of those, shall we? Lucky for some. They really do grow up so fast. We'll grab ourselves strength here from the man in the cafe. And Jesus Christ, GG! I'm going to have to pause the timer for that. Thank you so much for the $49.99 super chat. That is so bloody kind of you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your birthday. Thank you so much for popping in. Everybody in chat, if you have not wished Gigi a happy birthday, please do it now. Gigi is one of the most lovely people I have ever spoken to, speaks sometimes in the Discord. Genuinely great person. So please do wish them a happy birthday in the chat. I wish I could sing happy birthday, but A, I'll get DMCA'd, and B, I'll make all of you disappear off. So we're not going to have the singing, but happy birthday once again. I hope you have a fantastic evening, and of course Tech Hunter as well. I hope you have a fantastic birthday once more. Let's unpause the timer, keep this run going. I think if we were on Twitch by now, we'd probably have some kind of scam train going on. That's one of the reasons why I very much like the YouTube, because it doesn't then force people into... or should I say persuade people into buying their own monetization. Of course, I do this for the fun of it for the most part. It is my income, but I rely solely on the ad revenue. That's more than enough for me to get by. I do like the Olympics. I prefer the Winter Olympics myself, but as an ex-fencer, I will be keeping an eye on the Olympics in Paris in a couple of weeks' time. I fenced for many, many years. It was a lot of fun. Injury is what stopped me fencing in the end. I ended up sustaining quite a nasty knee injury doing fencing. I lunged, I fell over, my leg went one way, my knee went the other, and it's very, very painful. Yes, I was an ex-semi-professional fencer. I went into coaching after that until my knee just completely gave way. Which was, goodness, about 12 years ago now. I did love fencing, though. It was very much my sport of choice. Because what's not to love about hitting people over the face with a sword? My knee still gives me a little bit of grief every now and then. Let's teach Surf and Strength to Psyduck. Fencing is in the Olympics. I am very much on the fence, but that's about everything. I have no opinions. I am very Swiss there. Apologies to any Swiss people who might be in. That was a generalisation and a joke. Yeah, the timer is still going. Right, let's see if we get last K-lead. We do, in fact, get last K-lead. Yes, fencing is in the Olympics. It's not in the Commonwealth Games. And it is a lot of fun. If you're looking for a new sport to try, I would highly recommend fencing. It isn't so much the shifting weights that it's good for, however, it's really good for stamina. Especially when those matches go up to 25-50 in practice. Grab the secret potion, I'm sure Jasmine has nefarious needs for that later. And quickly, before we take on these, I'm going to stick on the Quickie C. I forgot to do that earlier. And we'll make sure that our cursor is over the correct HM, ready for teaching Fly to Kenya. Legs the Hitmon League comes out, we shall headbutt it away in one fell swoop. So that means we only have to worry about the Hitmonchan from the double team. Goodness, that sounds incredibly painful, League TV. I really, really hope that work looks after you in the inevitable time you'd have had off after that. I really hope they made sure that that couldn't happen again to anybody else. That's the sort of thing that's lawsuit bad. My knee's like an old person knee at the moment. It's one of those knees where I can tell when the weather's about to get bad, my knee tells me. I adopted a cat last year, Phoenix Fire. Our cat, though, just came through the window. Suddenly it was there. Goodness me, we got hypnotised. Please just wake up before Dynamic Punch hits and crits. What a scam. That was kind of the worst possible luck for Chuck there. We know that Primate's no problem. If we can flinch the Poliwrath, we're good to go. If we can hit through Confusion, we're good to go. There we go. Chuck is done. Not the cleanest Chuck fight ever, but a half-decent time nonetheless. Can we split, please? Is that a thing that's possible? There we go. We have now split at 34-25. I don't have auto-split here on this particular run. Something I keep meaning to learn how to make it work, but I'm not smart enough, let's be honest. Let's make us way back now to Olivine City, where we're going to do a cheeky little safety heal. We have Fire Punch on the learn set. That should be more than enough. The front window is open for the cat in case he wants to come in. I might need to do a quick cat food run at some point. I'm very glad it happened while you were young, because if you were a little bit older, that could definitely have been kind of catastrophic. Goodness me, Mr. Spinner Sailor. We don't want to battle you. I'm very glad the owners made sure it couldn't happen again. It was probably not malice on their part, or at least I hope it was. It was probably just ignorance, but not in that nasty kind of way. Kind of like, didn't think that could happen. One Magnemite down. Very good to see that it's a one-shot here. We are going to be taking a risk with the Steelix. I reckon just over half damage. Yep, Iron Tail misses. Jasmine is playing ball for us today. So we get ourselves the Mineral Badge in 35-47. Time to do a cheeky little bit of housekeeping now. We're going to get the charcoal, but we're going to sell this for money. Don't tell the charcoal maker we're doing this. Well, that is exactly what we're doing. The cycle here in the Slowpoke well, completely disregarding all kind of health and safety. We'll have a little surf here as well. We'll grab ourselves the King's Rock. I don't think we're going to need ourselves Rain Dance today, so we'll skip that. If we need it later, we can buy it in Celadon. We're going to grab ourselves Violet City. Violet City? We're going to grab ourselves the rare candy from Violet City. They're the words I was trying to spit out there. And we'll do Goldenrod after we have been towards the Lake of Rage. Our cat is a little black cat. He is a very, very sweet thing. And he is as mad as a box of frogs, so we call him Bonkers. been a while since we've done late Lake of Rage. Absolutely no OSHA in Johto. I was thinking of the old subreddit, old school hard hat accident when I see OSHA. Grab the rare candy. It's a little bit out of the way in the middle of nowhere, but it's worth picking up. You know what? Just for safety purposes, we'll pick ourselves up the elixir here. Elixir? He barely knows her. That's as dirty as it'll get on this channel. TM43, which I do believe contains Detect. And Hidden Power Rock, which will be coming in handy for those flyers later on. Right, let's fly back to the Lake of Rage. It's for Lance and for Red, the Zards on both, ostensibly. Oh my god, it is a shiny red Gyarados. Aren't we surprised, everybody? Oh dear, we knocked it out. We'll have to try again on our next run. Yes, Lance, we will investigate. I don't particularly want to. You're forcing me to make progression. Right, Lance has just committed a felony. Note that down so we can report him later. I am absolutely petrified of dogs. Like, genuine top tier fear for me is dogs. So I can never have a dog. And thank you once again, Seth Kearney, for the $50 super chat. It has now gone off the top of the screen, but I want to give you an extra special thank you for the $50. That's something I do keep meaning to do for everybody who does get themselves up to the top of the screen. I'm scared of spiders as well, but my fear of spiders is absolutely eclipsed by my absolute terror of any dog. Grab nugget number 2. We'll sell that for money later. We're going to need all the cash money moolah we can get for the proteins. A Venonat. Venonat's an interesting line. I always feel like it could have done an awful lot more. Kind of left to rot in its own filth. That's a really horrible turn of phrase, Squidge. It was kind of left to its own devices and didn't really get much going for it, did it? Even in current gens, well, it was only in Gen 9 that Venonat was available pre-League again since Heart Gold Soul Silver. No Growlithe for me, unfortunately. That is very kind of you, Seth. Thank you once again. Eradicate the Raticate. We'll grab that protein. We'll do a little jig there. We'll skip that spinner. As I always say, though, I never expect anybody to join the member or to super chat. As long as you're just all having fun, that is all that matters. I am very, very scared of dogs. Yes, Anderson, you got that absolutely correct. The executive has been beaten up. We've taken his lunch money and we'll have a little chat with a bird. That said something about Giovanni, so I'm assuming that Giovanni is around here somewhere. It's a shame we can't bike in here and break the rules. Maybe we can in a ROM hack later. In the meantime, we'll open the door with the passwords and we shall marvel in how they just stole the code from Blaine's Gym in Generation 1 for this area. It's exactly the same code. The executive has been beaten up. And let's take on the trifecta of Electrode. Electrode number 1 goes down. Let's say goodbye to Electrode number 2. I'm sure the third one will suffer the same fate, you know. Growing to level 38. I wish we'd get a shiny in there. We can dig our way out of here for the last time and we'll go straight into gym number 6. We get Border Douglas. It's always fun when you get Border Douglas. Now, I do believe Shelder has no special defense, so we'll use Feint Attack against that. Protect is a bit of a spanner in the works, but a couple of goes later we knock it out. Second shell, there should be no issue whatsoever. One day, one of these electrode will be shiny, and the ROM hack I'm making, the middle electrode, is always shiny, but it's uncatchable. Just because I'm mean like that. Alright, let us use strength against the seal to knock it out in one. We're going to use a combination of head butte and strength against the dugong. We'll start off with a fire punch there. Did a little bit more than I was hoping to, actually. But we have since defeated that. And do we want Slash? Probably not. It's the same base power as Headbutt. But I think it has the less superior move. Or the less superior effects, I should say. Now, we are going to do the rocket section after we get ourselves over to Blackthorn City. Going to be going to Blackthorn first. That is on Porpoise. So we can have a little chat with the move deleter now that strength really has served its purpose. Where are my repels? There they are. Ilex barely knows her. Second time I've used that joke in this run. Let's get on the bike and get our bums through the ice path. Let's see if I remember the movement from this. Yeah, it's like I've never been away. So we'll teach that. And we shall also teach that. Kanbei, you should be asleep. Thank you so much for the 15 months, though. Goodness me, it is very late for you, Kanbei. I hope you had a wonderful Sunday. And we're going to be brave. We're going to try this on the bike. Oh my goodness, we did it on the bike first time. I really wish, you know, that if you were continuing, I should say, your channel membership, that you got up on the tippy top bar as well. We'll grab the iron. We'll grab the protein. We'll grab the PP up. I know that feeling, Kanbei. And as I'm sure you can tell by the fact that I am live now, my answer to that is give up. Welcome in, Solomon. I hope you're having a fantastic Monday morning, Sunday evening, whatever time of day it is for you. We're going to we're not going to we're going to get rid of strength. That's what I was trying to spit out there. And we shall teach return later. Goodness me. Oh. Sometimes my mouth works far too quickly for my brain. Oh, well, a very good evening to you in New York. I hope you have a fantastic Sunday evening. TM27 acquired. You know what, we'll get another couple of fire punches and another couple of ice punches. You know what? Just to prevent, as I'm going to meanly call a snowy situation, we shall get ourselves an extra headbutt TM. Yes, we are both in the United Kingdom. Get rid of the balls. What else don't we need here? Keep that just in case. Won't need that. Won't need that. Don't want that. Don't want that. Don't want that either. Cell rest, no point in using it. Not going to make any Pokemon fall in love, and we're not going to cut with fairies. So now we can buy some vitamins. How many do we have in our bag, first of all? Just going to pause the timer to do a little bit of summage here. So I think we can buy 4 more protein. We'll buy 4 protein. You know what? We're actually going to get 2 calcium as well. I think that's the shot we'll do here. And the calcium. And while we're in the menu, we shall teach a return. There we go. Alright, buckle down everyone. It's time for the rockets. Aren't we happy? 1:24 and you've got work tomorrow. Goodness me. After the rocket section, I will take a quick little breather. Just because I'm starting to feel a little bit queasy. Hopefully nothing too bad. Backported facade. I've learnt to code in the last few months, so I am sure I can get that attempted. I'm not in charge of the teams in the ROM hack. I have delegated that to Lucas. At least you don't need to be up until 10:30. I tell you what, would any of you be interested in a coding stream? Because that's something I can absolutely do, where we can try and backport some of these fun moves. I also take medicines to sleep, Anderson. I know how it feels. If somebody reminds me after we've done this run, I'll get a notepad on screen and I'll see if we can do it. Thank you to D-Bow Hype for the subscription to the channel. That is greatly appreciated. In the first break, I will grab myself a clean ROM to work from. Grimer is so cute. I have such a soft spot for Grimer. To the point where I actually gave it a... I gave the Black Sludge, or I backported the Black Sludge, so that I could give Grimer a decent held item instead of just a nugget. Moves that I've backported recently do include Trick Room. That was a really fun one to code. I've done Trick. I think I might have done Facade at one point in the past, but I've completely forgotten how I did it then, so it's going to be all brand new to me later. What else have I done? Coding is a lot of fun. We've got the lovely Snowy Totodile to blame for me getting into coding. They gave me a right kick up the Philedai. The Philedai? I think that might be Welsh for bum. They gave me a kick up the arse, shall we say, to really get me into it, and it's been really fun, actually. It's going to be in Game Boy Assembly, so buckle down. It's not the most intuitive code. I am not Bishop Brennan today, but ask me... I was going to say ask me at the weekend, but it is still the weekend technically for most people. Also, when we were on stream the other day, we came to the conclusion, Smoochum, we have a nickname for that, and that is the Drag Queen Penguin. Don't ask me why Bishop Brennan reminded me of Smoochum, but apparently it did. Don't need anything from down there. However, I do want to use one of my elixirs here. You know what, we'll use these 2 berries. And if you do want to have a little preview of what I'll be using, if you get yourselves over to http://github.com/pret/pokecrystal, all one word, you can find the disassembly. I'm sure you can also find it by using your favourite search engine and searching for the term Pokemon Crystal disassembly. It's on the GitHub, and that is what I will be using. I will also demonstrate the power of what you can do with a little bit of ROM hacking later as well. I'm currently working on Sweet Honey Trees as my main project, so I want to get them into Generation 2 because they were a cut feature. I really like the Infinite Repel patch. There's a great tutorial for it. I myself have gone for... Yeah, one-shotting is super crazy. It's just par for the course with the bear, though, so I didn't even pay it a second notice. Our in-battle attack is 167, and we're not even level 50. My repels, I have done 250, 500, and 1,024 steps for the repels. Just to make sure that I didn't have to go around and clear up all the repels in the overworld, to be honest. Welcoming Chris Dixon, rather. I hope you're having a fantastic evening. It's good to be back. I'm really feeling the vibes tonight. A little bit under the weather. I'm going to have to take some more medication for the pain soon. It is flaring up again, and last week or so I've needed the toilet so many times, but maybe that's a little bit of TMI. I would have gone live earlier in the week as well, but my anxiety after visiting hospital, I don't know if anyone else suffers from trauma after visiting hospitals, but all those machines, they strap onto you, goodness me. Scare the life out of me. I'm going to swap to Head Butte now for a little bit. Grab the Scamulet coin. I can't stand hospitals either. Had a few hospital visits in the last couple of weeks and a couple of doctor's visits to boot. But I do like my doctor. He's very, very nice. Very, very good. And very, very helpful. All is on the mend, we shall say. I got the all clear last week. The growth inside me is not anything beginning with a big C, shall we say. This was completely benign. And I can start to move on. I'm not sure what Luke is doing at the moment in terms of content. I know he's on a bit of a mental health break right now, and it wouldn't be my place to answer that question. But the best thing to do is, of course, follow all the channels, and I'm sure you'll find out when anybody is going live. Yes, hospital stays and the observations are pretty nasty. We don't even really at the moment need to worry too much about using Return in all the right places because Headbutt is still doing a good job. Return is just shy of its max power at the moment, it's base 97 power. And this is our final Radio Tower executive. He's starting with an hour of the Hound Hour. And then he's going to be coughing away, and then we'll get ourselves a Houndoom as well. One shot with Headbutt even on the Houndoom. And yada yada yada, bye forever, goodbye forever. Team Rocket's disbanding once again. Ursaring is great until red. His lack of speed lets him down at red, I've got to be honest with you. We will get Sunny Day. Ursaluna Backport considered it, but the sprite work is a little bit out of the realms of possibility for what I'm able to do. So yes, yes, no, yes, and no, that's what you do for this quiz. Also, there are two different forms of Ursaluna, aren't there, so we'd have to pick very carefully. Take a safety heal in here, and I don't even think we're going to need Ice Punch. Kanbei, thank you so much for the £2 super chat. Hound Hour, I barely know her. Nice. If you're going to hit me with puns like that, or any kind of message like that, then there is a fee of anywhere between £0 and £2 on the super chat, depending on how much reaction you want to get out of me. I do also like how my alerts sometimes are hours behind and other times are jumping the gun. Alright, Return on the Seadra one-shots, that means it's going to be one-shot city for Claire herself. We still do have the Ice Punch ready for Lancer along with Hidden Power Rock. So what should we do with the Drunken Sailor? No, let's switch Return up to there, shall we? I tell you what though, these painkillers I'm on really do lift my mood up. I have no filter in my brain though, so God knows what's coming out. It's a very, very difficult time not even swearing. I've sworn like a trooper the last few months, so I've got to make sure that I'm back to being family friendly. That's a big thing for me here on the channel. I always make sure not to offend anybody with the language falling from my mouth. If I ever do say something that is offensive, I will always apologise instantly, because it will never have been meant. Level 48 against Claire as we knock out all three of her Dragonair in one single shot. Not quite sure whether it's going to be a one-shot on the Kingdra, I doubt it, but we can give it a go. And in fact, I was proven wrong, it was. But Claire's going to throw a hissy fit. She's not going to give us the badge straight away. In fact, she's going to make us work for it. The sly cow she is, so we'll use a rare repel? Just a repel, actually, there. There's nothing rare about that. They're in every shop. Dragonair does not give us a scare and goes down in a single hit. Welcome in, Mark Dalton. I hope you're having a fantastic Sunday evening, Monday morning, whatever time of day it is for you. It could even be Monday afternoon. Same answers for the same quiz there. Yes, yes, no, or I suppose 11212 is the solution to both the Radio Tower and the Dragon's Den quiz. Thank you very much for your kind words, James Henry. It's very good to be back. As I said at the top of the stream, I wasn't quite sure for a while whether I was going to be, not whether, but when I was going to be able to get back in front of this microphone. Thank you so much, Kanbei. I'm going to pause the time so I can read this, because it's always going to be gold with Kanbei. Offensive, not to be confused with offensive, which lets water through your fence. That's all I'm going to say to that. I am so glad to be back. I am in such a good mood this evening. And I am going to have a very quick stretch here. And let us now... Stun silence. Just in awe of how quick you are at 1 o'clock in the morning, goodness me. Don't need the Dragon Fang, what the bloody hell are we doing that for? Welcome in, Zombie GFL. I am very glad to be back as well. Now, I am going to be cheap here, and I'm going to plug my Twitch, because I am doing some stuff over on the over on the Twit. I am a Twit over on Twitch, actually, at twitch.tv/TraderSquidgy. That's how you can find me playing all sorts of absolute nonsense a couple of times a month. I do want to get some max repels here. And normally what I would do is I would take a break for the league, but instead we're going to take a break after the league, I think. We're just going to get there. Why not? I haven't played Poké Rogue, no. Roguelike games aren't really my forte, so they're not really something that I go in for. It takes far too much brain power. Yes, Twitch, I am not family friendly on Twitch. I am 18 plus only on Twitch. Because, you know, everybody's going to have a place to let their hair down. And thank you so much to Gigi and, of course, Kanbei as your super chats and gifted memberships alike. All off the top of the screen. Snore, no thank you. Snore's a bore. And one thing I do really like is the juxtaposition between Twitch and YouTube. It's definitely not deterred me from making content. I will leave the good part of the judgment to all of you lovely people out there. But I will definitely continue making content for as long as my body and mind are able to let me. We're going to beat up Scott here, take his lunch money, and then run away. He's got a pair of quillfish. I very much do swear like a docker on Twitch. I very much credit my work in the casino for being able to swap between family-friendly and very much, goodness me, what on earth is coming out of my mouth? Because at the casino, it was a TV-based casino, live on the nosebleed channels and Sky. But that green room, goodness me, if only I had recordings of some of the things that were said in there. Ursaring definitely isn't a sleepy bear, it's an angry bear. It's going, put him up, put him up. Now we are going to get that other max elixir so that we can save some heals over in the Kanto section. And just as a word of warning, the adverts will be coming as soon as we have beaten up the league. Sorry, I don't want your phone number, thank you very much. Alright, so what do we need to do here? Do we have that HP up still? Or did I use it? Oh, I didn't even get it, probably. We'll grab the other HP up. Move the max repels up to here for now. Now, Snowy's crediting me for this strategy. I'm crediting Snowy for this strategy. But a HP up, it doesn't have to be that one, but a single HP up is very important now for the Pokemon League. As we are about to take on the 5th and final rival battle. I doubt Lance is going to be problematic, honestly. We've got Ice Punch, we've got Hidden Power Rock, we've got Return. It should be a walk in the park. We'll Fire Punch away that Magneton. Our special's even good enough for that Haunter. We'll swap back to a physical attack for the Kadabra. And then this should be a one-shot on Meganium even. Solomon Grundy, thank you so much for the $4.99. That is very kind of you. Yes, exactly, for messing up Karen's AI. And it's at this point we shall say thank you to the HM friends. So it's a big thank you to Kenya, to Abra, to Psyduck, and to Paris. And of course, the biggest thank you of all goes to all you lovely HM friends in the chat. We'll buy our full restores, or we will if we had the room. What should we get rid of? What do we not need? Get rid of that Repel. Keep hold of the Bitterberry for now. I think everything else I want to keep. No, we'll get rid of that Max Potion if we're getting full restores. We'll unpause now that we've got our full restores. Save in front of the league, not that I think we need it. And let's take a look at our stats very, very quickly. We are level 52 with 182 HP. We are holding the Quickie C with Return, Fire Punch, Feint Attack, and Headbutt. We've got 177 in attack, 113 in defense, 117 in specials, and 94 in speed. Of course, they are the outer battle stats. Have a look at the overlay for the in-battle stats. We'll start off with a Return against the Xatu there. Jinx comes out. Jinx has no defense whatsoever, so we'll knock her out. Now it should be another one-shot here on the Executor. Slowbro, we are going to start off with a Headbutt. Amnesia's fine, will Return on turn 2. And then we'll finish off the Xatu with another Return. 1 hour, 3 minutes, 29 seconds for Will. A little bit of duff luck, and of course doing extra battles and extra areas is meaning we're not going to be breaking any records here. I meant to use Fire Punch there, but that's absolutely fine. And thank you once again, Solomon Grundy, for the $4.99 as it falls off the top of the chat. Crobat, we even one-shot this. Goodness. Koga's done. Oh, wrong move, Squidge. I want to use an Ice Punch. There we go. Moveset updated for the Bruno fight. We want Ice Punch for the Onix. We will take a little bit of damage here from Mach Punch, but everything else should be absolutely fine. We outspeed the 2 Hitmons. One comes out, Old Punchy Hands. Mach Punch does minuscule amount of damage, really. We should even one-shot Machamp. Then we'll finish off the Onix with an Ice Punch. There we go. Welcome in, Mobile Gaming Chronicles. I hope you're having a fantastic... I think it's going to be Sunday evening for you. Being a little bit presumptive there. Now we're going to mess up Karen's AI here by using a HP up. Not going to be a one-shot, I doubt. He went for Confuse Ray, which is interesting, though. Please do not paralyze us. Goodness, that's the worst luck we could have had. and she sand attacks. We're just going to have to power through. We're through the two dangerous mons here. Gengar swears at us, but we do hit. Exactly, there are more important things in life than football. And honestly, I'm not a big fan of how Southgate manages the team. We are through Karen on attempt number 2. Now, let us get ourselves Hidden Power Rock out. Teach that in place of Head Butte. And now, where is an Elixir? Use our last Elixir here. And let's see how we get on against Lance. There's going to be a quick commercial break after here. Starts off with a return here. Ice Punch is a one-shot. Exactly, there's so much talent in the England squad, and it's just wasted with Southgate. This is a big reason why you have Hidden Power Rock, the Zard line. Welcome in Adventures of Link Mark II. We have just beaten up Lance, and we have our league time of 106.59. He is the most successful England manager since the 60s, but a lot of it seems like fortune rather than skill. And pausing the timer at 107.15. We're going to take our first break of the stream right now so I can get a little bit of rest, probably get a Kit Kat in me. But do not fret. The night is still young, still plenty of time left here on the stream. I shall see you all in a couple of moments. And we are back. Thank you so much for your patience during that little commercial break. But we are ready and raring to go for the next part of stream. So we're going to unpause the timer, and we're going to start making our way through Kanto. First thing we'll do is check on that Pokeball, make sure it's still there. Now let's get on the bike to retrieve HM Friends. So this is a very, very warm welcome back to Kenya, Abra, Psyduck, and Paris. Now we've got a couple of places we want to go. First is Ecruteak City. We're going to get full rare candies on this run just so that I can get back into the habit of doing it. In future runs, I'm probably going to skip some of these rare candies if we have a powerful Pokemon like Ursaring. Repel wore off, we'll stick on another one. That's why we keep the repels at the tippy top of the bag. Dig our way out of there. Welcome in, Sundown, for now. It's very good to be back. Starting to feel a little bit of the fatigue now, but still going to be pushing through for a couple more hours at very least. Paris is going to flash for us, getting its spores out. And we'll teleport back over to the dock in Olivine City. We'll have a little chat with this man. He's going to get us on a boat. Now we have the most pointless side quest in all of the game. Got to reunite a grandfather with his granddaughter. Yes, the first thing we'll do in Kanto is the last thing we do in Johto. We're going to get another rare candy, and it's going to be from the chairman of the Pokemon fan club. Captain, I'm bored. Play with me. Meh, 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 meh. Yay, we've got a metal coat. Aren't we happy? Yes, it took me a long time as well, I've got to be honest. Where the flaming hell is the fan club? There it is. That's a Clefairy doll. And the first thing we're doing in Kanto is the last thing we did in Johto. It's going to be another rare candy, this time from the chairman of the Pokemon fan club. Now, one of the small mercies of Gen 2 is they got rid of the puzzle here in the Vermilion Gym. This is going to be our first gym leader together here in Kanto. We're still going to be doing, I suppose it's not New Kanto anymore, it's Kanto rerouted. And our first gym leader is Surge. He is an electric type specialist. He's got a buzzing personality. And he leads with a Raichu. They don't really give you a breadcrumb trail for that, do they? And there we have Surge all defeated in double quick time. 110.30, that's the wrong button, Squidge, there we go, that's the correct button. On the bike for all the 6 steps, off the bike again. Dip in there. We're not going to need to learn how to swear this time, so we'll go straight for the lefties. Should hopefully have bag slot for it. Yes, we do. We're also going to get our next Poke PP up. Galarian Ponyta would be fun. I do have a base with the Fairy type in. The trouble with some of these later gen Pokemon is they only have 3D models. So it's a lot harder to do sprite work for them because you have to do them completely from scratch. And I do not have an artistic bone in my body. I've got plenty of autistic bones, but no artistic bonies. Bonies? Bones. Yes, it is very much like Souls games, except there is the wiki still, I suppose. Now, I'm trying to think how I'm going to code facade later on, because that seems to be something that a lot of you all are interested in. In the meantime, we are going to beat up Erica's Pokemon. He's starting off with a Tangela. I don't know how often I'm going to stream at the moment. I'm not going to make any promises. I'm just going to stream as and when I feel well enough. Thrash, no thank you. It's not good enough for the power, especially because we have return as well. Why did I ice punch there? Wasting a little bit of time. But I'm hoping to stream semi to mostly regularly. Oh, my favourite Johto gym. Ooh, that's a good question. I do kind of like the slidey puzzle of the Glacier Badge gym. That's for Kanto. I really have a soft spot for Janine. She's so bad, she's good. Now we're going to take full advantage of Levitate not being a thing. Yes, very much poor Janine. She only got the job out of nepotism and it's really showing for her, isn't it? I think that's the best way to describe Janine's gym. It's a Johto gym in Kanto. Did not get Super Nerd Tommed, which is what we like to see. However, we are going to get caught by this Pokefan. Misty's gym is fun. I just can't stand Nugget Bridge going up to her. We've got Sabrina, and then we've got Misty next, actually. Did this the wrong way round, doesn't really matter. We're doing backwards Rock Tunnel. I practiced Rock Tunnel a little bit earlier today so I could remember the routing. Dip in the Pokemon Center. That's the last time we're going to be able to go into a Pokemon Center until after Misty now. And R.I.P. Dave's in chat. Unfortunately, that one is a little bit pertinent for me at the moment because my grandfather was called Dave and he passed away in May. So, a very special R.I.P. Dave, I suppose, today. As we get spinned in the Psychic Gym just the once, though. And here is Sabrina. There was Sabrina. I don't like starting fully evolved. It takes away from the original intent of the Pokemon. If Game Freak intended for a Pokemon to have those base stats from the beginning, then they would have made it fully evolved from the start. That's my vibe anyway. I've just always enjoyed having the full line. I think it gives a more accurate feel to the game. But the beauty of challenge runs is there's no right or wrong way to play them. Welcome in, Serenite. Or is that Serenite? Not got my glasses on. Serenite, apologies for mispronouncing your name. I hope you're having a fantastic day. And we are very much in the de-rusting phase. We're not breaking any records with the Ursaring, but we're still doing very well, all things considered. Ursaring is very much my Pokemon. It's the one I will always go back to. But yes, there's no right or wrong way to do a challenge run as long as you're having fun. That's all that matters. So some people, they prefer starting with a fully evolved. That's perfectly legit. That's perfectly a valid way to play. And other people like me, we like doing the full line. You've been settling into a new house? Well, congratulations on your new house first and foremost. Hope you're settling in very nicely. It has been a while since I've been able to go live. The health struggles have been back. I'm not sure if any of you saw the community post. It doesn't matter if it gives an advantage to a single stage Pokemon. That's the way the line was intended by Game Freak. You could say that the fully evolved Pokemon have an advantage over the single stages if you start with the fully evolved. But the worst thing you can do is backseat anybody into saying you're doing it the wrong way. So that's just not the way challenge running should be. Everybody has their own ways of playing, and everybody's way is perfectly legit. And I'm not accusing you of doing that at all, I'm just saying that in general, ABCD. Just in case you thought I was, what's that phrase that everyone says? Putting you on blast. I'm not putting you on blast, I'm down with the kids. I really like Ursaring as well. One of my all-time favourite Pokemon. Get the machine part. Got which corner it was in then. And now we can do a cheeky little heal. We've only got Brock, Blaine, and Blue left to go for the gym badges. There's also never going to be a perfect way to compare every single Pokemon. So we've just got to make do with what we have. Gonna grab the X-Men card so we can X-Men our radio. Then it's a quick trip to Vermilion City. I never understood how Golduck wasn't psychic as well. I'm assuming it's because they had a plethora of water psychics in Gen 1, didn't they? And they just didn't want to overload the pool. We're just flexing here on that Snorlax by doing a one-shot. Now it's time for everyone's favourite trainer in the game, hopefully. It's going to be 3-drill time. I do love a good 3-drill. He is the friendly trainer. But catch Red with his 3-B-drill, hence the 3-drill. Yes, they did give the typing to Starmie instead. Mandatory trainer here, I think he's got a Sandslash. Camper Jerry. Filling in for Camper Liam. See, I could see Starmie being Ghost Water. I don't know about any of you, but Ghost Water feels like it would fit for Starmie. A level 63 acquired, as we shall Earthquake the Omastar. Take advantage of Onyx's very, very poor special defense there. I don't know, it's just got a bit of an aura about it, hasn't it, the Starmie line? It looks like the gem could be some kind of possession of it over it. I suppose it's like anything else. You see what you personally see in the Pokemon. I kind of see a ghost type. Stick on another repel there. Exactly, it absolutely would help out with the Gen 1. Absolutely naff ghost representation. Now we're going to speak to Blue first. Same number of steps, I do believe, between speaking to Blue first and grabbing the rare candy. But this way, I don't forget to talk to him. There's a penultimate rare candy of the run. Risk it for a biscuit against that spinner. And we'll take on Blaine. Blaine at the 1 hour 21 mark. Unfortunately for poor McCargo. Full time super effective. We use Earthquake against the Bumhead Fireduck as well. And that just leaves a Rapidash left to go. I do occasionally do challenges with first stage Pokemon. I've not done one in a very long time though, but that is a series in the planning. Got the leaderboards all set up. I just need to do a little bit more prep work. Come up with a good name for it as well. Because naming series is very important to me. I did say risk it for the biscuits. This type is absolutely underrepresented even in the first 3 generations, should we call it. Level 64 as he sends out the Alakazam. Take a bit of damage there from the Psychic as we are slow at this point. Now, Rhydon, I reckon we're best with a nice Ice Punch. And we got the freeze. Very, very lucky. Probably going to be a range here. He's in a healing loop. There weren't too many ghost types in Gen 3, were there? Or am I just forgetting a load because there were so many? Right, we'll start off with an Ice Punch against Executor. And we get another freeze, goodness me. Healing loop time for the Executor. Arcanine comes out to play. We'll use an Earthquake, it's super effective, should get the job done. And that was very, very lucky. Gen 4 definitely did get a lot of the Ghost type. I never listen to the same music you lovely people are listening to. I've currently got Sonique's Feels So Good playing. What a banger that was from, I think, 2000. Final heal of the run. We're going to do it in a Pokemon Center just to save a little bit of menuing in the bag. Stick on probably the penultimate repel of the run. Two freezes in one battle is very, very clutch. There's the final rare candy. We will flash because we're wimps and we don't want to learn the Silver Cave routing. And with that, we are at red. We're going to step onto his level. We're going to do a hard save. And let's see how we get on. As always, we're going to start with our current level and current learn set. We'll chop and change things from there. First thing we notice is Pikachu outspeeds and gets a lot of damage off on us with a Thunder. Psychic will finish us off in a couple of hits. So let's get those rare candies up to tippy top, shall we? Gonna stick in 3. We'll see how we get on. 171 in speed is going to be the magic number, but I doubt we're going to hit it. So we're going to be Charm and, of course, Thunder dodging. Reflect is bad, but look at how much damage we're doing even through a Reflect. Snorlax comes out to play. I think I'm going to try and fish for a freeze. Probably not going to happen. Oh, it does happen. Goodness. Right, okay. Reflect has faded. We're not on the best of health. Sunny Day is really bad. Taking us down to 16. We're going to need Quick Claw procs. And Flamethrower knocks us out. Next set of 3 rare candies. Need to get a couple of resets on there. Thunder Miss again, that's what we like to see. Now a Quick Claw proc, just like what we had there, will guarantee a one-shot on the Espeon. That means that we don't have to fanny about with these Snorlax. Instead, we can use 2 returns. And now we're in a really, really good stead for the Venusaur. For the Venusaur, we are going to start off with a return, and we'll do another return as well. Sunny Day is not good. It turns out as well that we are still slower than Venusaur. Gonna need a Quick Claw proc here, which we don't get, and we get knocked out. Final 4 rare candies, and now we're probably going to Charm Dodge. There's the first charm. It's going to be rapid fire resets from now on. Hidden Power Rock today. Serenite, I beg your pardon. Goodness me. Terrible with names. Yes, Hidden Power Rock. It's in tiny letters in the top hand corner of the screen. Hidden Power Rock so that we can guarantee a one-shot on the Zard. There we go. We have outsped the Venusaur at least. Not sure what's going to happen here. Blizzard misses, we win. 126-36. Not a bad time. Not our best Earth Ring time. We have had a 119.50 before. And I'm not going to put that one on the leaderboard because these are just practice runs. But let's get those end credits going. I won't use Curse Rest regardless. I've got to be honest with you. I'm really not a fan of Curse Rest or Curse Sleep Talk. Or Rest Talk, rather, I should say. Now, we did say we wanted to look at coding facade, so what I'm going to do first of all is I am going to get rid of all my on-screen furniture. Let's give it a go, shall we? I do just very quickly want to make a thumbnail, actually. Do I have a Pokemon Crystal logo? If not, I really should have one on my PC. I just want to very quickly get a thumbnail made so our thumbnail is not lies. So please do bear with me with this. I can't see chat just for a hot second. Hopefully that's a transparent PNG. It's in very blurry vision, but it will do for now. We stick that in that group there and hide that. So I need to hide the big X. Please do bear with me as I just very quickly make this thumbnail. I want to make sure that my thumbnail is not lies. Yes, do bear with. This is the leaderboard scripts, by the way. I just have a giant CSV full of leaderboards. Let's just hide the notepad for now because I am going to have to very quickly make a session. And this is a very impromptu thing, I will say, so it's going to be a little bit scuffed getting it set up, but we shall try our best. All we can ever ask for here on the channel. We'll save both of those and then we'll be able to get our sessions up and running and actually start coding this thing. Yes, any strat used against red with Ursaring will require some luck. And now I just need to edit the thumbnail and we're all good to go. So thank you so much for your patience here. I appreciate this might not be a lot of your things, so if you do want to pop off, then feel free to. But we are now going to try and code facade into the game, because that's what you lovely people have said you want to see. So, thumbnail is updated. Let's get on with it, shall we? The first thing I'm going to want to do is get Notepad up on screen. Little Bear did very well. It didn't set a world record. It was about a 190, 126, 127, something like that. I have had a 119 before with it. So the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to add a new move constant. So we'll add this at the bitty bottom of the list. It's facade. And then we are going to need to add facade as a named move. That's how we spell it. Now, initially what we're going to do is we're going to piggyback off any old move. So let us do Mega Punch is the first normal move in the list. So we'll call this Facade. At the moment it's going to be a normal hit move just so that we can get the move in the game. And what is Facade's base power? It is base 70 power. normal type move with 20 power points and 100% accuracy. So that's what this list is. It is move, effect, power, type, accuracy, PP, and effect chance. So at the bottom we have facade. It's a normal hit for now, we'll change that later. 70 base power, normal type move, 100 accuracy, 20 PP, and it's got no additional effect. Now we're going to need a description for this. So we'll move up move FC description and we'll say facade description. Description, not decryption. We'll get rid of move FC from that list there as well. And facade's description. Doubles in power. Double power if enemy hurt. That seems like a Gen way of saying it. Gen 2 way of saying it. We only have 17 characters of width. If enemy has status issue. Is that going to be short enough? Just about. Animation, we don't really care about an animation because we're going to be playing with the animations off. So once again, we'll move a dummy up. We'll change that to facade and let's just piggyback off return for that. So that is a normal hit facade in, and now here's where the fun begins. So what I will also do is I will add another window capture. And this is going to be showing us when we're making the game. So now what we need to do is we need to add the move effects for facade. I'm actually going to make Crystal 11 here. Yes, the animation is in the text file. If we go back to the animations, it's just a list that it reads through. Six car boss at level 70 outspeed? No, unfortunately. We only had room for one more car boss as well. There's no way to outspeed Red's Pikachu until you're in the high 70s, low 80s, I would say, with Ursaring. So, you just read through the list. All of this coding is list-based. So you go down the list. So, for instance, play the animation for hit. Then we call that battle animation, whatever that means. You do a bounce down, and these all mean something. I don't really know too much about the animations yet. However, what we're going to do now is we are going to try and see if we have a ROM all built, which we do. We'll hide the notepad for now. And let's see where we are at with this particular save file. See if I've got a save file already. I do. We've got a Totodile, and the overlay is going to lie. But what we will do is we will give in the final move slot. We will give the Totodile. Apologies for OBS being a little bit silly here. It takes a while for the game screen to come up. I'm not quite sure why. Player team 0. And move 4. Which will set to what's called Astonish on the list, but it's actually going to be Facade. Goodness me, OBS rather. Let's just have a game screen. There we go. So we can see that we have Facade there in slot 4. Have an encounter here, which I'm going to go over to heal, so we have power points for Facade. And now the fun part is going to begin, because we've got to try and figure out how its move effect works. After this, if we do have time, if we get Facade working, we might try and see if we can do something about it. Maybe do another run, probably not with Facade tonight. So we want a new effect constant. We're going to call this Facade. We're going to need an effect for that as well. And facade is going to be similar to the normal hit move. The only difference is we want to have double damage before we apply the damage. Actually, no, we'll do it there. So double damage after the damage stats. For that, we're going to need a double damage command. Call that B0. No, is that right? AF. Yeah, B0. Battle command. Facade. And now... Is that right? I think so. I'm just going to rename this to facade so I don't get confused, actually. We may do another run. It depends on how long we've got together. How long it takes for facade to get coded in. Now, let me get myself up a browser window. So we'll get this browser window up and we'll go to github.com. And what we'll do is we shall search for, in the Poke Crystal Disassembly, what we'll do is we'll search to see if there's a routine that can check if the enemy has a status condition. Of course, if you do need to go, then you are by more than welcome to leave. I'm not sure if we are going to do another one today. So what I'm doing at the moment is I'm scouring through the original Crystal Code to see if there is a way, or should I say, a way to check if the enemy has a status condition. So I reckon poison effect commands is going to be the place to look. I reckon, you know, we could jank this with this little enemy mon status. And we are, of course, going to need to figure out whether it's the player or the enemy who is going first. Now, I will say I have not prepped for this at all, so I might be going completely the wrong way with figuring out facade. But that's sort of the fun of coding. So I'm going to borrow this code here to begin with. And we'll call this Battle Command Facade. Right, so the first thing we need to do is figure out whether it's the player or the enemy who's going first. So we'll call this I've already forgotten. There we go. So it's going to be word Battlemon status here. Now, just to confirm, facade is if the user is poisoned. So in that case, we want to flip the logic around, which is what NZ means, not 0. In fact, I want to do this slightly differently. So we do that as player. Then we don't need this, but we'll do that as enemy there. And what we're going to do is we're going to check if the enemy status has anything in it. If it doesn't, then we'll return. So return on 0, i.e. there's nothing in the enemy mod status. And then we will jump to the double damage routine, which is what we'll do a little bit later on. Then load a word battle mon status. And again, we'll return if it's 0. Now we can look at trying to double damage. This is the part which is going to be confusing for me. I'm hoping that I can do something like this. I do just want to double check actually. I've just realised that you've not been able to see my coding. Goodness. So this is the code we've got so far. Battle command facade, we're loading in the battle turn to determine whether it's the player or the enemy's turn. Then we're loading in the status. If we have a status, then if we don't have a status, rather than we're exiting because we don't need to double damage. The same for the player there. Now what I want to do is I just want to check what simple multiply does. Return A multiplied by C. That's not going to be good enough for us. Not sure if this is going to work, but we're going to give it a go. Let's try this. Now this is probably not going to work, but this would be the most basic form. On facade, we are just adding the damage onto each other. We'll see if this makes, first of all. We'll take it from there. In the meantime, while it makes, I do actually need to change that to affect facade. Alright. Unexpected high-low. So we're going to have to split these into 2 parts. Because D and E are 2 separate registries, we're going to have to split them. We will get on with another challenge run as well in a hot moment or two. So, facade is not defined, is it? I've defined it. Facade is defined, or is it because I'd not saved? There we go. And then line 6800 is throwing an error as well, so we'll have a look at that. Probably because I forgot the square brackets there, maybe. But I'm thinking probably Totodile for the next run. I want to try and get another 3-stage Evo in. Should not have moved like that. That has just injured me slightly. Or should I say, affected my surgery wound. Right, it's not liking line 6800. Let's have a look at this. Now, I did see something in the code about add HL. See, that should work. Oh, it's this one it doesn't like. Right, okay. I'd have thought that would have worked. See, this is coding on the fly. Always fun. Especially when you get the little bits like this. Thank you for popping in, Chilling Lurking. It's been an absolute pleasure. I might have to go back to the drawing board on this one, but we shall see. Yeah, looks like we can't load in directly from Hilo Registry. So what we'll do is I will come back to you with a code, probably on the next stream for that. In the meantime, let us get another challenge run underway, shall we? I already have a save. Please do bear with. I'm going to go to a BRB screen, I'm going to get the next run set up, and we'll be back in about 5 or so. A very, very warm welcome back, everybody. Thank you for your patience. We have the Totodile run all set up. I do just need to sort out a little bit of on-screen furniture. This shouldn't take too long, though. I just need to get all the bits and bobs in place so I can see exactly what we're doing. I completely agree there, Paul. I reckon that the end game is going to be the trickiest part for Alligator because we don't quite have the attacking chops that we did have with... with Ursaring. Reset the resets. 8 resets in total for the Ursaring run. And now let us make sure we've got everything in place. We should be good to go. We're doing easy Pokemon today, of course, because we are easing our way back into things. And Totodile is already at an advantage because its starting move is 100% accurate. It is Scratch once more. Get ourselves a berry there. We're going to need all the berries we can get, I reckon, for this run. Absolutely don't need a PMC. Welcome here, or welcome along, Sundown for Now's girlfriend. I hope you're having a fantastic evening. Goodness, Noctowl is a little bit brutal, isn't it? Grab the berry there. Grab these berries here. Let's start running from Hoot Hoot. It is far too bulky for early game. I play most of the Pokemon games. I'm a little bit burnt out on Scarlet and Violet at the moment. Can't get back into it. But I have played all the main series games and most of the spin-off games. Still not got myself into Mystery Dungeon. I think I do want to actually try and get another couple of levels. Hopefully we'll get a Poliwag. We do get a Poliwag. Poliwag's great for Totodile because it's only got Bubble. And it gives so much experience. Rage is going to be very handy early game. Going to risk it against the Spinarak. String Shot is fine. You know what, we're going to take the easy way out. We'll take a heal. And then we shall get on with taking on the rival. It doesn't matter if you win or lose this battle. Hopefully we'll win. Growl isn't great. We possibly could have gone for Rage strats here. But Brute Faulting with Scratch should be fine as well. We get healed afterwards. And we are through triple question mark. Now we're going to do late Sprout Tower this time. There's a rat. We'll take on the rat. It should be a one shot. Now we shall call the rival triple question mark as we always do. Grab the mystery egg, or give the mystery egg rather back. Get the Pokeballs and the challenge run is well and truly underway at this point. Gotta walk a lot to find Pokemon, we know that, dude. Goodness, I now know the reason why we never start at night. Hoot Hoot is far too bulky to take on. The rats are fine, though, for the most part. Now let's move onwards and upwards. All the encounters on the seed, unfortunately. We will still take advantage of any of these Poliwag, though, because they do 1 HP of damage, and look at the amount of experience we get as a result. Youngster Joey is first up on the chopping block as our first trainer battle. Simple 2-shot against his rat. We'll do pretty much the same against Mikey with his pair of Pokemon. Yeah, I never really got into the Mystery Dungeon games. Welcome in, Malik. Good morning to you. Shouldn't you be asleep at this time of day unless you've been working, I suppose? I did like Colosseum, but I never played through XD. XD is ludicrously expensive now. Another Poliwag will nick all the experience we can off these Poliwag. Potion acquired, bitter berry acquired. Hopefully we won't be feeling bitter. Hopefully we won't get poisoned against this trainer here. You could say the same to me. I am in surgery recovery though. No poison for us. Wade is down. We'll grab that Pokeball to sell for a little bit of cash money moolah later. Take the heal in Violet. Just for PP purposes, and there's no sense in going in the Sprout Tower. We'll go straight away into the gym. Recovery is going as well as it can. Not the best, but definitely not the worst, I would say. The area it's in is the worst part of the surgery. I will say that much. And no more. Do the Faulkner special of a potion and a berry. And let's take on our first gym leader together. Let's take advantage of Faulkner's AI here and build up the rage. And we knock him out. Growing to level 13, learning Water Gun. Zephyr Badge in 5:56. We're not going to be breaking any records with our times at the moment. We are just going to try and get ourselves back into the swing of things, I think. We'll shove the egg in box 14. Grab the Prosecure Berry. But then you absolutely should be asleep. I should not be raging against a Bellsprout. We'll go back to scratch for a little bit, I think. Drinking is fine. Confusion would have been bad there. Albert is down. Going to skip Liz this time because we can take on the rock trainers down in the Union Cave. We also cannot learn Swift, I don't think. Let's just double check the learn set. No, we cannot. Which means instead, we can use the Repel at the very beginning. Youngster Gordon with his Wooper. I hope, Gordon, if you're out there, you're doing very, very well. Next Great Ball. And we'll do a cheeky little safety heal here in the Route 32 Pokemon Center. Sleep well, Malik. I hope you have a wonderful time at work, and I'm sure we'll catch up very soon. Shall now stick on the Repel. We'll move the Super Potion up to tippy top spot. Thank you so much for popping in League TV. I hope you have a wonderful rest. I'm sure we'll catch each other very, very soon. Thank you so much for your kind words as well. These are just 3 experience, so we might as well take on these Geodude. Rustled up something good there. Let's take on Fire Breather Bill. Goodness gracious, another Great Ball there. One more Fire Breather left to go. Hell wore off. We'll grab the PlayStation Network Cure Berry. And we've been Hiker Anthony'd. We didn't watch out for Hiker Anthony. But it's absolutely fine. We knock him out. We can get ourselves into Azalea Town. Very quick shop in Azalea will heal up as well. Have a little chat with Kurt, and we'll pause the timer for the HM friends. Pausing the timer at 9:43, we are looking for a Psyduck and a Paris here in the forest. That's an Oddish. We don't want an Oddish at the moment. There is our Psyduck. We'll yeet a Great Ball at it and hope for the best. We save states, save on the balls. And there we go, Psyduck has been caught. Just looking for Paris. Paris is 5%, of course. And a back-to-back duck. Goodness. That's if you stay in the forest, Squidge. There's the Paris, a little bit less camera shy than it was last time. And it catches first ball. We can now unpause the timer and make our way into the Slowpoke well. Going to use a combination of Scratch and Rage here in this Slowpoke well. This trainer can be a pain in the bum. She can confuse us. But it looks like she's going for the drinking move, at least at the start there. 25% chance of failing for the stasis conditions in Gen 2, and we get our first evolution. We are now a Croconaw. Super Potion acquired. Again, we got drank by the Zubat there, but that's absolutely fine. One more trainer left to go, and then we get a mandatory heal. Nice crit knocks him out. We grow to level 19. Kurt's back mysteriously re-heals itself. We'll take on gym number 2. Welcome back, Gigi. I hope you had a great birthday evening. Totodile's one of my favourite lines as well. I really wanted an easy Pokemon to ease myself back into things. Level 20 acquired against Bugcatcher Benny. Now, I do really want to be level 21 for the rival. So we're going to take on this danger trainer, Bugcatcher Josh, I think his name is. And we do not need to worry because we only got scratched. Totodile definitely up there as one of the best starters in general. I'd be inclined to agree that it's the best Johto starter. Though I do like them all, I've got to say. That could have been close, but it was not. And we have defeated Bugsy in 1236. I think that was also the time that Harvey met Sabrina in Sabrina. My very first Johto starter, and in fact my very first Pokemon, was a Cyndaquil. Back in 2001. Nice flinch there against the Bayleaf. Perfect rival too. That could not have gone better. will get cut. We'll teach that to Paris. And we're going to grab Headbutt. That's going to be a nice increase to our physical move early game. But what was everybody else's first partner Pokemon? Or your first Pokemon in general? Get rid of Scratch in place of that. Stick on another Repel. Grab the pair of Ether. Ooh, Chimchar, very good choice. I went for the Pengling in Gen 4. Now this will give us very good early game attacking stat experience. Good as Charmander on blue version, all the way back in 98, goodness me. Have a little chat with Specsavers, he's going to flash his duck at us. Fine, we'll just nibble on you at the end there. And we shall pause the timer. Try and get an Abra. We pause the timer to eliminate the element of RNG when catching the HM friends. It would be grossly unfair to have 10 or so minutes, which it has extended to on many occasions, added on arbitrarily to a Pokemon's time. Honestly, I love all three of the Johto starters. I think it's the best trio of starters they've ever done. Level 60 Cyndaquil, well, I'd assume Typhlosion at that point. And a bunch of HM friends, that's how I play Pokemon even to this day. I'll get a pair of those just to be safe. Grab the bike. And we'll pick up Kenya. With that, the HM friends are complete for another run. And we'll take on some trainers up here on Route 35. We do have the advantage of having a couple of fire trainers. Yes, I have played all of the Switch Pokemon games, actually. I played all the main series games. My favourite of them is probably Let's Go. On the shiny hunting, really a cross between relaxing and terrifying in that game. I like Scarlet and Violet, but with my colour vision, seeing some of the shinies is a little bit frustrating. Unfortunately, because we can't speed up the newer Pokemon games, it makes it very difficult to challenge run them. Actually, no, I'm going to save that for now. Yes, they did get rid of the sparkles for shinies. They just sit there like a lemon. We'll do a safety heal here, and we'll go into Whitney. Well, that's the trouble. I reckon it's because they couldn't figure out how to stop Pokemon spawning in the walls. So they decided instead, let's just not have a shiny notification. Didn't get paralysed by last carry Snubble there. That was the worst case scenario. And we've been poisoned. That's really bad. Still gonna try it. Oh, we just about got through there with Rage. Flame Badge acquired in 1844. Rage has now served its purpose. So replace it with that, with Ice Punch, and we shall also use an antidote, just to stop any on-screen flashing. Thank you so much for popping in, Anderson. I hope you get a wonderful sleep. I'm sure we'll catch up very, very soon. Oh, goodness, hit by a spinner here. I'll headbutt the Diglett away. Do the same for the Diglett, for the Zubat, and I think it's another Diglett. Yes, it is. Though on the upside, we did not get Juggler Irwin to this run. We'll run from the Pseudo Widow. Grab ourselves the Rock Smash TM. Why am I repelling here? It's not what we meant to do. I'm just going to rewind. We do, however, want the Ether. Now we are in Ecruteak City. Well, let's now move on to the second Kimono Girl. Sand attack failed, which is what I was hoping to see there. We grow to level 27. Thundershock could hurt, but not that much, actually. And then we have one more Kimono Girl left to go. And with that, we now have a very strong water-type move in Surf. Thank you so much for popping in, Bob. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. And I hope to see you in the next stream, whenever that may be. Now we want to repel. And we actually want to teach Rock Smash to Paris at the same time. For the HP up. And let's take on rival number 3. Goodness, I meant to go in higher HP than this. I don't think we're getting punished. We're not getting punished. Thank goodness for that. That could have been bad, folks. Very much backs against the wall, but we survived. Gonna do full gym trainers in this gym once more. And with that, at level 30, we are for Ralligator. So we now have the Pokemon for the rest of the run. And just in time too, because we have, of course, a gym leader coming up after we've beaten up Martha. Right, let's take on Morty. One shot against the Ghastly with Bite. One shot against the Haunter. Hypnosis didn't affect. Perfect. We've won. Fog Badge in 2415. Yes, no hypnosis is great. And it's suddenly daytime. Grab the mint berry, we may or may not need that later. We'll get the nuggets as well. And we have a super effective move against this Slowpoke line. So we might as well get the experience there from them. Say God Truth, and we'll reunite the married couple with Derek as well. Rival's going to ambush us. We're going to ignore what he says. We don't particularly care. Get some super repels. Got a much needed heal here in this Pokemon Center. And pick up strength. Welcome in, David. I'm doing a lot better, thank you, in recovery from surgery. I felt well enough tonight to go and have a little late night stream. And so we're on our second run of the day. The more important question, though, is how are you? I hope you're doing very well. Here on this Monday morning, Sunday evening, it could be Monday afternoon, wherever you are, whatever time of day it is, I hope you're having a great time. I'm just going to pause the timer here on Gentleman Preston to rehydrate. And we'll unpause the timer and take on his Growlithe line. Easy as pie for that battle. Let's see if Lass Connie can do any better. The answer is no. No, she can't. Brell's here with a Poliwhirl. Gotta be honest, that's the water type really is our Achilles heel at the moment, so we don't have anything great against it. We'll chat with Jasmine so that she can tell us some absolute nonsense about Amphi. We'll dig our way out. Now it's time to sail across the open seas. Surf and Strength go on Psyduck at this point. Use our final regular repel. And will we get Swimmer K-Lead this time? No, we won't. Still get a random battle in the few steps, but we do not. We'll make our base in Cianwood Pokemon Center. We'll chat with the Medicine Man in the Dodgy Shop. And we can take on Chuck's Gym. This is gym number 5 of 16 across the course of the run. We're starting off with a double team here. Fire Punch. Tell your AI is bad. We'll drown the Mankey. Drown t'other Mankey. And we'll do the same against the Primate. Nice critical hit there. It's a toss-up between the Mint Berry and the Bitter Berry. I've decided to go for the Mint Berry. Let's see if that's the correct play. Didn't matter either way, we got very lucky there against the Poliwrath to get the Storm Badge in under half an hour, 29 minutes and 6 seconds. Let's each fly to Kenya. And we'll fly back to Olivine. Goodness, bad movement there. Alright, so we've got to check our handbag and give pursuits to Jasmine. As we take on our 6th gym leader together. Magnemite's going to be no issue. It's got not enough special defense for Surf. And again, with the Steelix, it's super effective. We knock it out in 1. Jasmine defeated in 30 minutes and 13 seconds. Back to Ecruteak we go now. Stick the Super Repels up into top spot. Dodge the spinner. Grab that full restore because it's very handy to have. Glad we didn't get a headbutt encounter there. Wasn't paying attention to which direction I was facing. Grab the rare candy. I don't think we're going to need hidden power on this run. And there is another shiny, would you believe it? Yes, Lance, we'll help you out. Don't particularly want to help him out, but I suppose we have to. There's Lance committing his 2nd felony of the run. I know, I can't believe it either. It's a shame we knocked it out. Shouldn't have done that, really. Have to try again next run. And there are the 2 Surveillance Grunts done. We'll keep using Surf against the Magnemite line because it seems to be working very well for us. Level 37 acquired. Turn off the switch. Grab the nugget there. We'll take on some of these rockets. You doom and gloom for that gloom there. We get our first password, Slowpoke tail. Second password, I believe, is going to be Raticate tail. We'll find out from this trainer here. Grab ourselves a protein. And we will watch as Blaine's gym's code is blatantly reused. Smog poisoned us there, which is a little bit frustrating. We have poison cure berries just for the occasion. We'll dig our way out. I know that password could be anything at all, couldn't it? And now we have one final trainer battle in this part of the run. Don't particularly want to have Slash. I prefer Headbutt over Slash. Flinching is much more reliable than an increased crit ratio. And now let's take on the 3 Electrode. There's number 1. That's number 2. Finally, number 3. Lance is going to give us Whirlpool now. Not that we're going to use it. Didn't get bored of Douglas. This time we can go straight to Bryce. Headbutt versus Headbutt out, but our Headbutt is bigger than their Headbutt. Then we can finish off with a Surf. Bryce done in 35-48 rather. Let's get over to Blackthorn. Now that we've got Waterfall, we can teach that along with Whirlpool at the same time to our Psyduck. Use another Repel. We'll make our way further through the ice path. Full heal acquired. Never melt ice as well. That's going to be handy for Claire. And probably Lance as well. What did you never think to do? There are so many little optimizations at this point. Kind of hard to keep track of them all, I've got to be honest. We have some housekeeping to do at this point. Aha! Yes, digging after the Murkrow. I love doing that. Did I pick up the charcoal? No, I didn't. Bum. The reason I'm getting the charcoal is purely for money. Anything else we don't need? Don't need these. TMs. Don't want Dynamic Punch this time. No to Icy Wind, we've got a better ice move. No to that, no to that, and no to that. No to that, no to that, and no to that. We're suddenly very rich for all of 10 seconds. Stick the calcium in. Stick the iron in. Stick all the protein in. Give the King's Rock. We'll also grab Return. That's a very nice upgrade. Teaching it as soon as Headbutt. It's no longer fit for purpose. I'm very much looking forward to trying to blow Emerald out of the water, Andrew. I want to discover my own routing for it, and I just want to make it my game. Because I think Emerald has the biggest room for improvement, should we say, out of them all. It's a very long run. About double the length of the Crystal Run, which means there's double the amount of places for improvements. Going to move the microphone ever so slightly to let me be in a more relaxed position for the last part of the run. I'm going to say the last part of the stream. I reckon it's time to teach Return over Headbutt. And just for safety, I'm going to hold a Paralyzed Cure Berry. I'd probably start off just running to Wallace, but as I get more comfortable with the main chunk of the run, then I'd run to Stephen. I just wouldn't want to overload myself at first. One more copying left to go. There we go, knocks it out. Absolutely not, Mr. Spinner. Donald is down. Let's take on the next trainer. This is Terry with his Magnemite and Voltorb. Thank you for the welcome back, Amarak. How are you today? Wrong thing, Squidge. Ice Punch on the Golbat. We'll Surf on the Magnemite. Oh no, that does not sound like a good time, Amarak. I hope the work wasn't too terrible for you. And there is triple question mark, all completed. One more battle with him left to go. Thank you, Monkey Player. It's very nice to be back. Been a long road to recovery. Still not fully there, but definitely on the way. One more burglar left to go in this run. This really is a slog, isn't it, the radio tower? But it needs to be done. Two more trainers left to go in this part. Get the card key. And we'll get ourselves out of here. I don't think that crit was necessary, but it was nice to have there against Team Rocket Fortress. One shot the Houndour. One shot the Coughing. Also one shot the Houndoom. There we go, Radio Tower all complete. Thank you for the Pink Bow Marie, but we have places to go, people to see. A radio card acquired. Now we are very, very, very quickly to go back to the department store. I want to get some more calcium in our for alligator rather at this point. And we'll fly back to Blackthorn, do a heal, and we'll go into the gym. Full trainer Paul is no issue there. Thank you for popping in, Andrew. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'm sure we'll catch each other very soon. Up next is Cool Trainer Mike. And finally, we have Claire herself. There we go, Claire done. Let's try and get her badge quick, sharp, and in a hurry. Well, one more trainer before we get the badge. It's Cool Trainer Darren. I don't find it that cool that he's doing this. There we go, there's the quiz all answered. And on this channel we like sub 1 hour Claire. 51.34 for Claire is fantastic. Going to do a quick little heal before making our way to the Pokémon League. Of course, we'll have a little break after we've defeated the League. Been a while since we've been caught by Megan here. Had to happen again eventually. Why am I going that way? Goodness. And my cat has just returned. For a very long night out. Goodness me. I didn't mean to catch this school trainer. But he does get us up to level 50 for the league. Already have a HP up. We got that from the Burnt Tower. Oh, we do want to teach TM26 in place of Bite. And of course, containing Earthquake. Going to be the best move for a lot. Rival 5's Pokemon, actually. It's 4 times super effective against the Magneton. Reflect isn't great for us. However, Ice Punch is okay for the Golbat. Surf against the Haunter instead of using Earthquake. And then somehow Surf is a one-shot against Kadabra. Ripple question mark is defeated. Let's see just how quickly we can beat the league. So we'll very, very quickly say thank you to Kenya, to Abra, Psyduck, and merci to Paris. Thank you to all you green names in chat as well. HM friends, we'll grab our full restores. We're just going to make our way straight into the league. First league member is Will. He's leading the Xatu. We have an Ice Punch for the Xatu. Ice Punch also for the Executor. We'll swap to Return for the Jinx. Don't have anything great against the Slowbro, but he went straight for Psychic for unknown reasons. Finish off this Xatu with Ice Punch. And that is Will defeated. Up next is Koga. Yes, we are on very quick pace with Feraligatr, I do have to say. Wrong move, Squidge. Oh, for goodness sakes. Lost a bit of time on this battle. Although that crit does help. Alright, let's see what Bruno has for us. Again, the wrong move. Goodness me. Completely messed up my move choices there. And again, goodness. I'm losing focus at the hardest part. At the worst possible parts to lose focus. Let's try and regain the focus for this battle at least. Foresight of all things, goodness. It's going to be tight. We still have a slim chance at sub 1 hour league. All depends on how Karen goes. Stand attack failed. That's what I want to see. Please don't stun spore me. For sake. As long as we hit this Houndoom, we're good. That wasn't a great Karen, but we'll deal with it. Alright, this is going to be very close for Lance. Flail? Yeah. Ice Punch on Dragonite 1. Ice Punch on Dragonite 2. Ice Punch on Dragonite 3, and then we swap to Surf. Outspeed the Aerodactyl. Outspeed the Zard. And we have defeated Lance in under an hour. Very rare that happens. So I'm very happy about that, especially seeing as this is me de-rusting. And our league time as well is under an hour, 59:56. I'm going to take a very, very quick break, just for a couple of moments. Welcome in, Jamar. Could be just done taking a very quick break after the league. I do need the loo. I'm sure we'll see each other in just a couple. And we are back. Thank you so much for your patience there. Let's skip through the credits and get ourselves on to the end of the league. We'll unpause the timer at 59:56. And now we've got the last part of the stream. First thing, of course, we need to do is retrieve the HM friends. So it's a very warm welcome back to Kenya, Abra, Psyduck, and Paris. And now we do have a couple of bits of housekeeping to do. First thing we need to do is go into Violet City. And we're going to ascend Sprout Tower. Do that so we can get Flash. I am not au fait with the routing for going through Silver Cave without Flash. We're just going to do it the old-fashioned way. The way the game intended, if you like. In fact, we're playing a purely vanilla game today, of course, as this is a starter Pokemon from the Johto region. And these little bits of stat experience all add up. You do get to skip the rival cutscene if you do this after the league. It's like a very, very brief time save. And now that we have Flash, we'll teach it to Paris. In place of Scratch. Now we just need to shimmy a couple of moves around. Just like that. Now the next place we're going to go is Ilex City. Getting a flying visit into Ilex because we are going into Mount Mortar to grab one of 2 rare candies left in the Johto region. This here one. We'll dig our way out. We'll get ourselves over to Olivine City, where we have a single spinner to take care of. First, let's move those max repels. Where are they? Up to the tippy top. We'll use a super repel for now. Spinner didn't get us. All good to go. Rare candy acquired. We'll dig and teleport our way back. Now it's time to board the SS Aqua for the second and final time today. Again, this is one of those battles, it doesn't matter if you win or lose, but I think it's next to impossible for us to lose at this level. Yes, play with me, yada yada yada. Metal Coat, we're totally not going to be using that. And of course, the first thing we do in Kanto is the last thing we do in Johto. We're going to get another rare candy, this time from the chairman of the Pokemon Fan Club. Pikachu has pitiful defense, rather, so we're able to return that. Same with the Fluffy. And let's take on Surge, our first Cantonian gym leader. 1 of 8, we'll be doing these in a rapid-fire succession. Use Return against the Raichu because it should be a one-shot. Earthquake against the Magneton because it's full-time super effective. We'll stick with Earthquake just for safety against the Electabuzz. Same with the Electrode. 1 more Electrode, and that should be Surge all done. 104.41. Keep our head in the Saffron Pokemon Center for the teleport spot. leftovers, and another PP up. And now we have Erica's gym. Couple of ice punches for the first two grass types. Sometimes she likes to switch, and I've not quite figured out what causes her to switch yet. Doesn't matter regardless, we knocked her out. Just a couple more trainers left to go. Alright, let's take on Erica. Her Tangler could be dangerous, but I'm hoping it won't be. Ice Punch takes care of that. No thank you to Hydro Pump. Swap to return for the Jump Luff. Back to Ice Punch for the Victory Bell to guarantee the one hit. And Blossom's also one shot, and with that, we have the Rainbow Badge, 2 out of 8. We also get Giga Drain, which would be great if we could learn it. I do like the leeching moves. They're a great way of restoring a little bit of health. One mandatory trainer here. It's only got a Noctowl though, so it's not too bad. That brings us nicely to Fuchsia City, where we're going to bypass all the fake Janines and go straight to the real Janine. Return the Crobat into next week. Same with the Ariados. Got to Earthquake for the Weezing to guarantee the one-shot, because it is quite physically defensive. And I don't think Return would have cut the mustard. And we'll go back to Return for the Venomoth. That's another gym leader completed. I'll take this chance for a safety heal here in Saffron City. It's time for Backwards Rock Tunnel. Once again, we didn't get caught by Super Nerd Tom. That is a very, very fortuitous thing. And Jim is down. Time for a bit of Backwards Rock Tunnel on a Monday morning, Sunday night. Not the best movement I've ever done, but it was certainly cromulent enough. And we can't go into a Pokemon Center until after we've beaten Misty now. So I've got to make sure that every move counts. Back to Saffron we go. And let's take on Sabrina. One shot on the Peskeon. One shot on the Mr. Mime. Is there going to be a one shot on the Alakazam as well? It's looking like it is. That's Sabrina done. Misty next. Of course, we have the awful Nugget Bridge to go before we take on Misty. I really don't like Nugget Bridge. It's just a waste of everybody's time, isn't it? Yes, we are almost done with the Chompy Boy. He has done very, very well so far. Sub 1 hour Lance. One of very few Pokemon to get that accolade, especially seeing as I'm very rusty. I reckon for Alligator might be one to optimize in my spare time. Can't believe we just got quick attacks by a Vaporeon, goodness. Yeah, that clatter there, that was my phone dropping on my desk. Right, we'll get called a pest by Misty. We'll go into the gym. One shot on the Golduck. One shot on Quaggy. Accidental misclick on the Lapras, but it seems to have worked out in our favour there. And we are confused. We hit ourselves in confusion. This is bad. Thank you so much, Saltaker, for your very kind words. But we have defeated Misty. Team parts acquired. Now teleports back to our plant. Get the machine parts. We'll fly over to Lavender Town. Get the X-Men card. It's going to be a quick trip to Vermilion. Gonna wake up the sleepy bear. Gonna run from it this time. Our attack is not great enough. One-shot it like we did with Ursaring earlier. Take on 3 drill now. And we'll only have Lane and Blue to think about. Oh goodness. Slightly distracted for a second there by a notification on my phone. Pay attention, Squidge. This should be hold down Surf to win, I reckon. Dealing a casual 1000 HP of damage to that poor Onyx. Have a little chat with Blue. Rare candy acquired. Penultimate rare candy of the run. Didn't get caught by the spinner. Let's take on Blaine. Should be as simple as 3 more surfs to win. Volcano badge acquired. Gonna take the cheeky little heal here in the Pokemon Center. And let's take on Blue. Sunny Day is interesting. I'm very glad we have Earthquake on the learn set. Healing Loop on the Executor. That means he doesn't have heals for the rest of his team. We outspeed the Alakazam to one-shot that. 2-shot on the Gyarados. Or just a crit. Either works. And then we'll finish off Rhydon with a Surf. Blue is defeated. And now we'll make our way over to Pallet Town. Have a little chat with Oak to unlock Mount Silver. Very slight issue that we are going to run out of repels. It's fine because we wanted to go to Johto anyway. We very, very, very quickly have messed up the movement. I'm going to go in the top entrance here. Very quickly need to change something in Gamehook. Thank you for popping in, Serenite. We have a lovely sleep. I'll be joining, well, I won't be joining you personally, so I will be going to bed very soon as well. I just need to make sure that we have the move tutor outside, hence the pause of the timer there. I'm just going to safety. Yep, that's fine. Because it's time to get ourselves Ice Beam. Gonna teach it in place of Ice Punch. Get a Carbos just to make sure we win. And that will fly over to Silver Cave. We'll stick on our Max Repel. And it's time to take on Red. We can get Flash out, that is. Going in with 8 rare candies. Should be more than enough. Let's see how we get on. We don't outspeed the Pikachu at the moment, so we're going to go straight away for 3 rare candies. Now we'll outspeed the Pikachu. Pikachu has 171 speed, we have in battle 175 speed. Also didn't heal, goodness. joking at the end, goodness me. Oh, that is a range. In which case, more rare candies. Try again at 70. Sub 120 is evading us, but I think we're going to get sub 125. Very nice critical hit there. We didn't get paralyzed by Snorlax. That is big. We just have to survive probably 2 wing attacks. Maybe 1. But he goes for Flamethrower. That's perfect. We win. In a time of 1:20:35. And that is my fastest ever for alligator time, I do believe. But with that, we are definitely done. So there's only one last thing to do. At the end of stream, we always go to the PC. And Kenya, it's been an absolute pleasure over the last 4 hours or so. But it's time for you to go home. But it has been an absolute pleasure as always. It has been great to be back, especially in an impromptu stream. I will be back very, very soon with more fun challenge runs. In the meantime, if you have enjoyed this stream, please do remember to leave a like. And thank you to everybody, of course, who has contributed in some way. And I do want to give an extra special thanks to the people on the fan funding list. So thank you so much to Chilling Lurking for the $10 super chat, to Seth Kearney for the $50 super chat, to GG for the 20 gifted memberships and the $50 super chat, to Kambay for the 15 months, to Kambay also the £7 super chat, and to Solomon Grundy for the $4.99. It's been an absolute pleasure. I shall see you all again very, very soon. I'm off to get some rest. I will have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, beginning of your Monday, and I'll see you all in the week.